So this is the first hedge Thuja I had. I want to say 4 years I've had this. Did a restyling this spring, so trimmed it back because it was just super overgrown, and now it's just beautiful. I mean, it's a little bit shaggy, you know, like these are all kind of shooting up. They could flow out and down. But overall, it's really, the form is just nice right now. And yeah, several year process. And I mean, to get a trunk that thick, it's just, I mean, that is, for such a short turnaround, that's just amazing. And the bark, I love the bark on this one. It's just really craggly. And so next time that I go shopping for these, you know, $25, box stores, I mean, they might even have some now. I could even go look, maybe at a nursery. They, you know, I'm gonna look for some of that bark feature as well. Because look, here's one that's 2 years later, so it's 2 years behind that other one. And last summer in the middle of August, I did the full working. But look, you can see the bark is nowhere near as sort of craggly and nice. It's getting there down here. It's getting there, but not like that. And that just gives it this real age. So yeah, this one, I mean, the apex is this deadwood. I think I will get rid of, but it's always hard for me to get rid of deadwood. But once it's gone, it's gone. But yeah, and then next year I'll transplant it into this. So I grew it. I purchased it 2 years ago. I think maybe 3 years ago. That would have been 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. Just put it in a, you know, did a little root work, not much. Put it in a black container because they just pulled them out of it was basically like clay. So did a little root work and then put it in there, let it grow all that year. Then again up until August 1st or something, did the styling, and then it's gone all through that fall to this spring here. So it's got another whole year. Next year I'll transplant, trim back a bunch, you know, branch select a bunch, and you know, I'll get rid of this. This one, you know, what's nice about this one is it has actually a little bit of movement, and that is so rare to find in those ones. So I kind of thought, oh, that's kind of nice. It's got some little undulations there, but the back, it had a huge, you know, another trunk coming off there, so that had to be trimmed off. And I can do some more work on that to get it refined, but it's growing out great. It's looking really good. Like, I can't wait to, you know, maybe I was trying to hide some of that. Looks like there's a weird nub there, some growth off of it. So yeah, but really nice. And here is tree number 3. So last August, just like the other one, styled it. So same process. Didn't do so well. I mean, that's what happens when you do such an intense pruning. And I remember being kind of rough with this tree. Maybe aftercare wasn't as good. So I do have a couple branches here that are alive. And then looks like I got one here that's alive. Oh, this is all connected to one big sort of branch coming off up here. So, you know, let's just take some of this off so you can see it a bit.
It's not wanting to do that, just so you guys can see. It looks like I'll dry it up and how many branches are actually wired and stuff right then. But now you're getting some clarity in there.
That's what's alive. So not a lot of it's alive. And this I'll splice it a video of sort of, you know, the before after of when I did the work, because I've never actually posted it. So there's a little bit of movement at the bottom, and then it's kind of strange with this movement, so maybe that needs to be straightened out, but it was part of me just compacting it a bunch. So this is the part where I kind of get to do some analysis of the tree, and you know, so you kind of do this initial structure, and then you start to look at things and go, okay, this is just a little better. It's still facing forward in this branch, and so I don't have enough wire on it. I could, you know, could have turned it out maybe. But anyways, that's where it is for now. Yeah, but other than that, I'm looking really, it's nice. It's not like my other ones. You know, previously I would have chopped it here and tried to make an apex here. I didn't have a lot of interior growth or anything happening, so it didn't give me a lot of opportunities. And you know, there's a bunch of little growth happening in here, so maybe it becomes there and take that off. But I actually like this long, feels like it feels more like a natural tree that way. So you know what, and I had actually thought about kind of hollowing out this trunk a bunch, because there was this sort of dead scar here, and this is something I had actually, it was just a little nub, and then I had sort of worked it, and then it peeled and sort of wasn't paying attention and peeled a chunk of the bark off, and I was like, okay, well maybe I'll try to make it into something, and then, you know, lo and behold, it just looks horrible. So, you know, then I kind of thought, well, maybe if I can carve that all out, make it have, see, it's got a little bit of movement here, make it feel like there's a little bit of movement, carve it up to there, and just hollow it out almost, like you'd see a big cedar rotting from the inside. That's what they do. But now what do you do, right? And so I'm thinking that maybe I'll bring one of these branches up in here, have this one sort of coming down, and then just gin maybe the whole top, even all the way up here, get rid of that top. I mean, who knows, right? I could try to recreate a tree with this, use one branch back there, one there, and then just hope for some new buds to pop out. But I have kind of like these ideas of these ones where there's sort of a tree here coming off, and then maybe just take the whole top off or leave it as a huge gin. But it could look nice with just like a little sort of clump there, maybe coming down. So, you know, not all is lost. And maybe, you know, sometimes these things are serendipitous in that, I mean, my original design, I had wanted it actually quite slick and small, like a standing, very noble standing tree. You know, because I had branches way up here, where the other ones, you know, I had got them quite a bit shorter. But man, and this actually has some of the nicer bark forming, but if you get a chance, I totally recommend it. It's probably the easiest way to get a really nice tree. You know, I say nice, I mean a really big bonsai, because you know, you work with little junipers at $25, great, beautiful, great work, nice to work with a different species that you feel like you can actually turn into something. I think there's lots of potential. I mean, you could do an ancient tree with the candelabra, candelabra, is that what it's called? Yeah, with the like different apexes kind of coming up at different things, you know, like what an actual ancient cedar looks like. You know, that's you really got to stretch your you know, your understanding of nature in that way. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.